You've got to free me before those vultures peck my eyes out! Not to mention the wolves! I saw them in the bushes earlier!
You called me Mystios. You must know my help comes at a price. You don't look like you're in much of a position to pay.
Wait! Hear me out! The people who did this to me, they took everything I had and left me for dead! They've got plenty of other treasures and trinkets at their hideouts too. Free me, and I'll tell you where to find them. Quick, Mystios, untie me!
Malakes! Wolves! You're alive and free. Now tell me about my reward.
Those Malakes took my only prized possession, a family heirloom, an amulet handed down from my mother. They keep their spoils underwater in a cave just west of here.
Which one of the thugs took your amulet?
The leader, a burly man with a huge axe, wears it now. Take his head, and the amulet is yours to keep.
Who left you like this?
The followers of Ares. I joined them thinking I could get rich, quick. But the sacrifices and murders, Mystios, it's terrible. I tried to sneak away with some of their stuff.
And got caught.
You've got to kill them all, Mystios. They're crazy.
You deserted the followers of Ares and expect to live. What's your plan?
I assumed I'd become carrion. But wait, maybe...
I don't like the sound of this.
How about I work for you? I know how to fight. The followers of Ares gave me that much, at least. What do you say?
Okay, you work for me now. I don't see much value in you, but it's better than nothing.
I'll see you back at your ship then, Commander.
Not before putting on some clothes. What was that all about?
The military suspects me of smuggling deserters from the warfront. Okay, fine. They knew I was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh! Malaka's guards! They hit like bricks! Did you see a man on your way here? A skinny sort of idiot, wearing army colors.
I found a body near a cliff in the gulch. He had a note on him.
No, he can't be dead. We had the perfect plan to get him home to his wife. I promised her I wouldn't let him end up like the other deserters.
You must be close to him to risk your life to help. Or he was paying you a lot.
I did it for the girl.
Girl? What girl? His wife? There's always a girl, isn't there?
Look, he got drafted into the war. She wouldn't stop crying. And my specialty is making people disappear. In a different way than you do. So, I decided to help them get back together.
It's rare to find a man with a good heart these days.
We've all got people we want to look out for. Need to look out for.
Yes, we do.
We need to get to Isabel, I mean the wife. If the guards come after me, she'll be in danger too. Please, go to her. I'll catch up when I can take her to safety.
I'll make sure she's safe. Where will I find her?
Follow the road to Kythonia. Her house will be on the left. Look for the green cloth on the doorpost. Quickly! I'll catch up as soon as I can.
Here.
I saw the guards dead outside. Good job, Mystios.
They got to her before me. There was nothing I could do but avenge her.
She trusted me, Mystios. All I wanted was to make her smile. But every time I tried, all I brought her was pain. It's all I ever do. I shouldn't have told her about my stupid plan to reunite her with her husband. I did this to her. Didn't I?
No, you didn't. Nobody wanted things to end like this. Least of all you.
Everything seemed okay when she smiled, you know? I didn't care who she was smiling at.
You did your best.
No one's best is ever enough.
No. No, it's not.
Take this. I was going to give it to her when I helped them escape Kythonia. To get them through tough times. They won't need it anymore, and it's too heavy for me to bear. Take it as payment for your troubles. And leave me, please.
What's on your mind, old man?
I'm dying, Mystios. I can feel it in my bones. But first, There's something I need to do. Will you help an old man fulfill his dying wish? I can offer you what drachmi I have left.
I won't deny an old man his final wish. What is it?
I always promised my wife I'd take her to see the red flowers on the summit of the mountain in Zeus's playground. It's a beautiful place. Great view. But she met the ferryman before me, Misthios. I never made good on my promise. It was always one thing or another, you know? Children, war, what have you.
It was a tough situation. You did your best.
You're a kind soul, Misthios. But I failed her. I did.
So, what do you want me to do?
I need you to pick some of those red flowers for me from the summit of Mount Ida, so I can take them to my wife when I meet Hades. Just a few would do. Bring them back to me here. I'll be waiting, Misthios, and I don't have long.
I understand. Hades claims another.
In all my life, I never seen him so peaceful. I hope he's found Mater. Those flowers, are they...
He asked me to fetch them.
You silly old man. Is this why you left Pefka? To fetch Mater flowers so far from home? You silly, stubborn old man.
Here.
Thank you so much, Misthios.
He made a promise to his wife, and I made a promise to him.
I don't have anything to offer you.
What seems to be the problem?
There is serious unrest in Kydonia, Misthios. The guards and merchants are at each other's throats.
The guards are here to serve the locals. What's got them riled up?
Taxes. The merchants refuse to pay the increased taxes, and the guards all too gleefully extract them. Their captain, Diocles, is more a bandit than a guard. This unrest is bad for business. I need you to quiet some of the outbursts around Kydonia.
A power-mad captain? Civil unrest? Sounds like serious work.
Which would be seriously rewarded. I have precious gems which I'm sure would appeal to someone such as yourself.
I'd be happy to help.
Good. That you will find the areas of tension around the Agora, the Eastern Market, and the docks. Is there anything else I can tell you?
Should I use any means necessary to end this unrest?
Ever the Misthios, where a blade is the answer to all things. Yes, one way to quell the unrest is to kill everyone involved. But sometimes, simply talking will yield the best results.
If the cause of all this is increased taxes, wouldn't it be easier to lower them?
Don't you know all of the Greek world is at war? War is expensive, and Kydonia needs fleets. She needs armies. We cannot be left defenseless.
You mentioned the guard captain, Diocles. Who is he?
Not a man of the people, Misthios. It's at his encouragement the gods put so much pressure on the merchants.
I've heard everything I need to hear.
Do what you must to bring order, but watch your back. There are people who seek to benefit from this civil unrest. And we're counting on you, Misthios.
What is this?
Justice, Misthios!
That doesn't sound like justice to me.
Why do you care? These are the families of the guards who beat us and harass us. This is what they deserve. These increased taxes are ridiculous. They choke the very life out of us. We must stand. We must fight.
There's no need for violence. We can talk this over.
Talk? They've smashed our wares. They've beaten us.
They have, yes. And maybe they should pay. But this family has done nothing. This child has done nothing. They're innocent.
But a lesson must be learned. We must teach them not to mess with us.
This is not the way.
They paid you off, didn't they? You work for them. Have it your way, Misthios. The woman and her child will not be harmed, but we're not done with you. We have our own scary mercenaries.
What's going on here?
This Malaka needs to pay his taxes like everyone else. Otherwise, we'll smash every last pot in the Agora. Captain Diocles orders.
Leave the merchant alone. You've done enough.
Ha! You itching for a beating, Misthios? We'll just have to smash you, too.
You can't do this. What Malacca city is this? Where the guards prey on their own people?
It's simple. You avoid your taxes, we take your stuff. Now, step away.
Or what?
Misthios, please. Talk some sense into these idiots. If we aren't allowed to continue doing our business, the economy of Kydonia will fall to ruin.
This does not concern you, Misthios. This is the law of the land. If they give up the goods, all will end well.
Laws are for the weak. People should live freely. These merchants won't pay you a single drachmi.
You will regret this. Kill them, Misthios!
Something happened to your shipment?
Huh?
Did something happen to your shipment?
Yes! Idiots happened! They dropped it and shattered my obsidian glass!
You were carrying it too.
Did you say something, whelp?
I said, curse those clumsy fools.
Exactly! Now I need more obsidian. If you can bring me some, Misthios, my finest blade shall be yours. Do we have a deal?
I'll get you your...
What? Is that a yes? Did he say...
He sure did, boss. Idiot.
Wonderful! My apprentice here will tell you where to find the obsidian.
Thanks for doing this, else he wouldn't have shut up. There are stashes of the stuff in the Temple of Britomartis and the Sunken Runes. If you have any questions, point them at me. I've had enough of his booming voice for one day.
These ruins you mentioned, where are they?
The Sunken Runes are on the west coast of Mesera. Fair warning, though, they're infested with sarks.
Good to know. Tell me where to find it.
The Temple of Britomartis is northwest of Kydonia, but there are guards roaming about. Be careful.
What's wrong with him?
Where would you like me to begin? He spent all his life in front of the forge. He can barely hear a thing. What? You smell gross today, you old toad.
That's very sweet of you to say. You do smell like a rose.
The trick is to smile when you say anything. You should try it.
You're looking really good today.
Put the wood in the hay? I'm a blacksmith, silly Misthios. I deal with iron, not wood.
I've got all I need. I'll be back with the obsidian glass.
He's going to get your stuff now.
Wonderful! Return quickly, Misthios.
Please hurry. My ears can't take any more of his complaining.
Here's your obsidian glass.
Excellently done, Misthios. He got the stuff.
Oh, well done, Misthios. Take my blade. May it serve you well.
Now he'll finally shut up for a bit.
I heard that.
Alexios, welcome to the newest of the Marcos estates. I wasn't expecting company, but one must always be prepared. Wine?
Marcos, I can't believe you're here.
Believe it, my friend. I'm not a man of one city, but of all cities. Who am I to deny the rest of the Greek world what I have to offer?
What brings you to Kos, of all places?
I've learned a thing or two about soil. Turns out Kefalonia wasn't the best place for grapes. Plus, the locals here love wine.
Everybody loves wine.
On top of that, Kefalonia isn't as busy as it was before. Plague came from Kausos and many died. It was bad for business.
Been here long?
Long enough to establish myself as the foremost wine seller in Kos. Well, the one wine seller in Kos. The Koans will come around eventually.
You made it a long way from home.
I could say the same to you. Did you find what you were looking for?
I did. I found my mother.
What a coincidence! I found my mama too!
Here, in Kos.
Since Kos is her home, Kos is my home too! Say hello, mama!
Your mama? You told me your mother was dead.
Right, this is my adopted mama. We've become so close, she wouldn't have it any other way.
Come on, Marcos. The truth.
Well, mama is the owner of the vineyard. When her husband met his untimely death, it was going to be auctioned off. Something had to be done.
So you stepped in to help. How generous.
It's ridiculous a wonderful lady such as mama cannot inherit her own property. Now we run the vineyard together. Isn't that right, mama? She'd put up a fuss if she disagreed. It's her land, but she shares it with her precious son, me!
It's a nice place you've commandeered, Marcos.
If I didn't know you so well, I'd think you were serious. I'm always laughing these days.
You weren't laughing much when you were tied up in that fort.
About that, I have a bit of a problem on my hands.
Why am I not surprised?
But it's something I know you could help me with, my friend. I know your credentials.
Go on.
You know me. I borrow some drachmae, and before I know it, they're calling me the Khan of Kos. All thanks to the Cerberus, whom I owe the most.
The Cerberus? Ugh. First the Cyclops, now this. Don't tell me it's a three-headed dog.
Don't be ridiculous. This is nothing like the Cyclops. This time I wish to make a peace offering with nothing less than my finest wine.
Finest? Palatable? Maybe.
Alexios, you're like family to me. And since I'm family to you, I'm sure you wouldn't mind helping.
Oh, you're sure, are you?
I promise I can afford to pay you this time. Just take my wine to the Cerberus. Simple.
Fine. For old time's sake.
I can always count on you. And the Cerberus can count on a nice wine pairing with dinner. Take it to his house.
The Cerberus better not bite me. Are you the Cerberus?
Who wants to know?
Whew, only one head. A gift for you. Have you ever had Marcus's wine? It's the best of the best.
What's so good about it?
If you savor your wine, you'll like it. It's very rich.
He's not gonna win me over with wine. I never forget whose purse my drachmae goes into.
It's a peace offering. A thank you for waiting so patiently for him to pay you back.
Then drink with me, if you think it's so good.
All right.
It's poisoned!
No, that's just the wine.
You tricked me.
Ah, he's returned. Let me guess. The Cerberus wants to order another amphora's worth.
The wine made us sick, Marcos.
Impossible. It was my best batch. I double-checked.
If you wanted him dead, you should have told me.
I did tell you. I'm a new Marcos. I don't want people dead. I want what's right. But that isn't good news.
No, it's not good. The Cerberus will come after you.
What to do? What to do? What am I saying? Alexios, this is when we strike.
Strike? You and what army?
I have a demigod for a best friend. That's an army as strong as 20 soldiers.
You have it all figured out, don't you?
There's only 3 of them, plus their little group of men. It will be easy, my friend.
3?
Why do you think they're called the Cerberus? Because they're 3 brothers, triplets, each with as much bite as the last.
Great. So there are 2 others that will want revenge.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. That means 2 of them haven't tried my wine.
So what are you going to do?
They need to be spooked. As Mama says, a threat is like a bear, very scary. We'll burn the Cerberus's farm, specifically the silos.
That's not a good idea.
When have you had reason not to trust me? Don't answer that, my friend. Just trust me.
It better work, though I'm skeptical.
It's even worth sacrificing them as potential customers.
Do you want the crops burned too?
They grow herbs, harmless plants for medicine. It's just the silos that should go. Blow them up!
You couldn't have mentioned there were 3 of them before?
I thought it was implied. Having triplets runs in their family.
That's a lot of Cerberuses.
Let's hope they don't procreate and have Cerberus puppies.
I'll pay their farm a visit.
Give them a good scare. I'm pretty sure it's the farm in Astipalia City. Their goons are always hanging around.
Got it. The Cerberus should stay away from you now.
Well, maybe not after all. One of the farmers ran over. She was, not happy.
Why?
It seems I may have, or I did, accidentally of course, sent you to someone else's farm.
It wasn't the Cerberus's farm?
I could have sworn it belonged to the Cerberus. You have to believe me, my friend. An honest mistake.
How could you not know? You know the island. I thought you had a plan.
His men are always hanging around that farm. Must have been that pretty farmer. A common misconception.
Ah, another mess.
You've known me longer than anyone. If you can't forgive me, Alexios, who can?
Someone with more patience.
Are you going to make me beg? Because I'll beg! Spare me from the Cerberus!
Marcos!
Have I led you down the wrong path? A few times, yes. Many times, maybe. But this is it for me, my friend.
I can't keep you safe if you keep getting into trouble, Marcos.
Think back to that sunny day when I found you, Alexios. That was your day of need, and Marcos came to the rescue. Come to my rescue today.
I've paid you back plenty.
That I can't deny. But the Cerberus will come with its dogs and its devotees, and I'll be finished. Protect me, and we'll come out on top.
There's that we again.
I'll tell you what. You protect me, and you get Mama's beloved battle axe. She used to be quite the fighter, believe it or not.
All right, let's keep you alive.
Oh, I've never heard words more sweet. You'll never get rid of me now.
That's why I do what I do.
And just in time. I hear them approaching. We did it, my friend. I'd say I was invincible, but I don't want to jinx myself.
Yes, that's why you're alive.
I joke, I joke. I owe you everything, Alexios. For this, you get a lifetime supply of wine and my friendship. Lucky you. Oh, and Mama's axe. Life will now be simple. All thanks to you. It's always thanks to you.
A less dramatic life is just what you need, Marcos.
Go now, and adventure. Come back any time for that cup of wine.
Right. We'll see about that.
Ah, the mighty Misthios. You've proved yourself capable before. I could use your talents. One like you is always interested in more drachmi, yes?
Always happy to hear the clink of the drachmi. Tell me what you want.
I have an appetite for rare treasures. I've heard many veiled rumors and provocative stories, and I want you to recover some of these lost wonders for me.
Tell me where to look, and I'll bring you these treasures.
Have you heard of the mighty Ajax?
One of Homer's heroes?
Yes. He had a golden eagle feather, a gift from Zeus.
And why do you care about it?
It is a rare reminder of a glorious age, and so deserves to be in my grasp. Take these maps and see if you can find it.
Where will I find this golden eagle feather?
Different tales place it at different locations. I have maps showing where you might find it.
What can you tell me about Ajax's feather?
The son of Telamon was said to be a fearless giant. Some say the golden feather that gave him courage was woven into a shield crafted of 7 ox hides. The shield is long destroyed, but Zeus's feather remains.
I'll find this feather for you, if it's there to be found. Kere, Demokritos.
Alexios! What have you brought me?
So I found Zeno's paradox.
You did? And what did you think of it?
It's just some silly riddle.
What? No! The tortoise arrives at a point. Achilles, who is chasing it, runs after him. But after Achilles arrives at the same point, the tortoise has moved on. By the time Achilles arrives at the tortoise's new spot, the creature has again moved further. It shows how the universe divides itself infinitely.
A mathematical theory hidden in a child's fable.
Zeno was clever. Every knowledgeable old man I've ever met was an idiot. But the minds of children are endlessly wise.
I found the original golden ratio.
A discovery that will change the course of existence.
At first, I didn't think I saw anything special about it. But the sides of this diagram aren't even. The side marked A is almost half of the side marked B.
Almost, but not quite. A and B are to A as A is to B.
So how can this theory be used?
Used? It isn't used, only observed. It is the divine balance occurring naturally in the most measurably beautiful places in the world. It is everywhere. And nowhere.
It took some doing, but I found the Pythagorean Theorem.
The greatest breakthrough the world will ever know. And now we have it in its original glory.
Why? Did Pythagoras invent the triangle?
Great minds don't invent, they discover. Pythagoras discovered that the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides.
That was a lot to take in, but I think I found everything.
You did. And with this, I can finally form my grand theory. The theory that simultaneously divides and unites all the universe.
What is this theory?
Using the theorems as evidence, I intend to prove that the universe is divisible into infinitely smaller parts. As we break reality down, the parts shrink, and the space between them grows.
Once you prove your theory, what will you do with it?
Although I aim to prove that the universe is divisible, I hope that the theory can be used to unite people.
All of this sounds ambitious.
One can't achieve greatness by attempting mediocrity. But I confess, I have a personal motivation.
Everyone always does.
Ha! In another life, you would have made a fine student. When I was a student, I loved a poet. But I was so consumed by study, I never told her. I hope to use these theorems to show her my poetry. And maybe to win her heart.
If that's what you want to do, let's do it.
What? Right now?
You missed your chance to tell her once, Demokritos. There's no point in missing it again. Let's go.
You're right. This time I will do it properly.
Demokritos, I'm sorry.
They killed her. For it to end like this. After all this time.
You have your theorem, and the others. Read them to her. Let her see your poetry.
It's too late.
It's never too late.
You can go. In another life, she might have known my love for her. You might have been my student. Imagine the happiness we'd have known.
A wise man told me, the richest person in any land is the one who wants for the least. Don't want for the past, Demokritos.
I'll leave soon enough. But for now, I think I want for privacy. Take this and leave me to mourn, Alexios.
I have quite the deal to offer you, if you're open to a business partnership.
Where you make drachmi and I make drachmi. That kind of partnership?
Exactly. Equal work, equal pay.
What exactly did you have in mind?
I craft bows from rare, exotic items. I've been commissioned to make one using only the finest quality fangs. One from a lynx, one from a lioness, and one from a shark. I could make one for you too, if you'll help.
I'll fetch the fangs for you, if you tell me where to find them. Though, sharks have teeth, not fangs.
A mere technicality. A fang bow sounds better. Now, there were questions?
If you want a lynx's fang, I'll need the heading.
Of course. Lynxes can be found north of the lost Minoan shrine, in Zeus's playground. And be careful, they're feisty.
A lioness? In Crete?
As luck would have it, one is being transported for a rich man on the road from Festos village to Gortyn city.
Where can I find sharks around here?
Perhaps you've heard of the ocean? Octopus Bay. Try Octopus Bay. It's full of the cursed things.
I'll get them for you.
Thank you, Misthios.
What's the problem?
My husband is missing. He went out fishing yesterday near Nafi and hasn't returned.
You must miss him.
This is more than a wife missing her husband. I truly fear he's in danger.
In danger of what?
Pirates. They were spotted in the area recently. I told them it was too dangerous, but we needed the drachmi to pay swordfish.
Tell me about swordfish.
My husband knows more about him than I do. Please save him, and he'll tell you anything.
If pirates got to him, he may already be dead.
I can't give up hope. He has a fast ship. If he saw the pirates, he'd head to the nearest shore.
I could rescue your husband. For a price.
Please, I'll find a way to pay. Just get him back.
I'll look for your husband. Where should I start?
His favorite fishing spot is on the west coast of Anafi, north of here.
If he's alive, I'll find him. We were too late. There was nothing I could do for your husband.
No! No!
May Hermes guide him safely.
He was not a lucky man, Misthios. But he was honest. A good man.
I'm sure he was.
Thank you for bringing me closure, Misthios. Please take this.
What do you need?
Peace of mind and revenge. Can you bring me this, Misthios? We will give you all the drachmi we have.
I need more information first.
The followers of Ares are burning our villages and claiming our families for their sacrifices.
Those Malakas are making trouble all over the Greek world.
That's why I want you to make them suffer like we have. So our living can find peace and our dead can be avenged.
My spear is yours.
Thank you, Misthios. You have no idea how much this means to us.
I'll need to know where the followers are hiding.
The followers of Ares live in caves among the mountain ranges of Zeus's playground.
I'll flush them out.
Misthios! And that looks like Varnavas' ship.
In fact, it...
Ah! That ship belongs to the Eagle Bearer now. I am just his humble servant.
Varnavas! You're back!
In the flesh. A little older, but not a bit wiser.
Miko sent me here to wait for your return. It's about Nileas.
Here we go! What has my nephew gotten himself into this time?
I think the trouble is real, Varnavas. You should go to him. Mikos told me not to return without help, and I mean not to.
I need to think. But one thing, I know my nephew. Ah, yes. He's fine. That much is certain. I'll be on the ship.
And you, Misthios? I need someone to go see about Nileas.
Why doesn't Varnavas think something is wrong with his nephew?
It's just, Nileas was a legendary nuisance growing up. He lied, he cheated, he brawled and broke things.
Some of us grow out of that.
Well, now Nileas is a serious athlete, training to be an Olympic champion. And what's more, he's family to Varnavas.
That is important. I'll help Varnavas' nephew however I can.
Nileas lives with his caretaker Mikos. Their house is just up the hill north of here.
He's faking it, Mikos! I've seen this routine before! Gods! Grant me Penelope's patience!
It's not just Nileas. There have been others. All promising young athletes turning up sick or missing. Something's not right in Thassos.
I did spar with an athlete trainer on Thassos. He told me there have been strange things going on. People choosing top athletes for a mysterious purpose.
Yes. I'd hope there might be clues to be found at the Champions Gymnasium on Thassos.
What goes on across Thassos is not my concern. But I know my nephew. Oh, yes. He practically worships at the altar of Ergia. A devotee of sloth and idleness he is.
Help me talk sense into him, Misthios.
Maybe you should be a bit easier on your nephew this time. He really does seem sick.
Ah, you're right. I guess I didn't want it to be true. He's not a boy anymore. I can see that.
He may be grown, but he still needs help.
There's only one way I know how. Let me know if there is any change in his condition. I'll be at the ship making offerings to Asclepios.
Give Varnavas some time.
But our time may run out. I have more leads to follow up on. But with Nileas like this, I can't leave his side. Maybe you could help me.
Varnavas is like family to me. I want to do anything I can to help Nileas.
Thank you. You know, it's not often a handsome and capable Misthios comes to this house.
They may have brought Nileas sickness, but the fates have brought us together.
I'd hate to get sick someday and think of all the fun I didn't have.
But first, there are those leads you mentioned?
Well, someone at the Champions Gymnasium must know something. Aitis was the last one to be with Nileas when he was well.
They were friends?
They were. If he doesn't know anything, you could talk to the doctor at the quarry.
If he's the local doctor, he's bound to know something. I'd like to have a word with that doctor at the quarry.
The Aliki quarry is at the southern point of Thassos. The doctor there is mixed up with the training athletes and the workers.
Sounds like a strange connection.
Yes, until you realize half of the workers are athletes who have given up on their training. Something's happened to them, and that doctor is the only connection I see.
The last person to see Nileas before he got sick was Aiti. Where can I find him?
He's an aspiring athlete too, but nowhere near as talented as Nileas. He trains alone on the outskirts of the Vineyard of Glory. You're sure to find him there.
I'll follow up on these leads and check back when I know what's going on.
Thank you, Misthios. And feel free to check back anytime.
What? No, no. Please leave. We don't want any bother.
I don't want any trouble. I just want some answers.
To what questions?
Your friend looks hurt.
He's very sick. Mind fog took over. We need the doctor.
I was told I would find the doctor here.
The doctor is gone. He's been captured.
Captured?
Sorry. Words are tough. My memory, my mind is a fog. Most days. Soon I might become like him if the doctor doesn't return. Soon. Some men took the doctor away towards the mines. North of here. He's been gone for a long time.
Did something happen to you? Something that brought you to the quarry?
I don't remember. I just know that the doctor saved us and cares for us here. But without the doctor making the medicine, it's hard for us to get better on our own.
Tell me about the doctor.
He's a good man. He makes the medicine and cures us from our sickness.
You're cured?
The doctor says it takes time, which is why we need him back soon.
I'll look for him.
Bring him back, please. They brought him north, towards the mines.
Hey, step away from him, Misthios.
This doesn't concern you.
We'll see about that.
Finally, I'm free. I knew they couldn't hold me for long.
No thanks needed.
Yes. Many thanks for saving me. But I must get back. My pets are waiting for me. Did they send you?
Indeed, your pets sent me.
Bless my darlings. How are they? I knew they wouldn't forget me.
You're referring to the workers at the quarry.
Yes, my pets. I care for them, feed them my medicine, and in turn, they help me with my research. I have a real bond with my pets. You look strong. Yes. I can never have enough pets. You could join my family? It'll be a significant contribution to my research.
I won't be your test subject.
How about post-mortem arrangements?
No.
A great loss for research advancement. The medicine I make is quite delicious, you know.
Tell me about this medicine.
The medicine. I feed it to my pets when my special tonic produces, side effects. Sometimes it's too strong.
Side effects, like forgotten memories.
Oh, yes, you know it. My pets, it's my fault, yes.
Yet you still feed them the tonic.
I had no choice. I was forced to do it. But I will right my wrongs. I always right my wrongs, yes.
The people who captured you, who were they?
It was that fellow with the eye patch. He was taking orders from this other bald man. They wanted my tonic and forced me to create more.
Malaka!
I had no choice. They threatened to kill my pets.
Then they caged you?
Well, they refused to let me return to my pets, so I poisoned a few of them, yes. No one can keep me away from my pets, yes.
Your pets must have a history.
I don't know and I don't need to know. I just know that I was made to feed them my tonic in a strange cave similar to this one. If it fails, I get to keep my pets and care for them.
This tonic must be special.
Yes, it makes my pets so strong. But like I said, the side effects can be rather dire. It was perhaps a miscalculation on my part. My poor pets.
I need the medicine you mentioned. Give it to me.
What? Whatever for. I'm not obliged to. I will do no such thing. No.
Then you are useless to me. I should end your life and misdeeds here.
No violence needed. I'll do as you say. I'm afraid it'll take time to make, yes. First, get rid of those Malakas who kept me away from my pets. They're at the fortress just on the road.
I'll get rid of them. I expect the medicine when I return.
Yes. It'll take time for me to gather the ingredients. You might want to look around Thasos City first. I heard that strange things are happening there. Yes, yes.
Long night?
Way too long. I need to, shake this off and start training so I can defeat Nileos and ride that victory to become the Olympic... who am I kidding? Maybe I'm just not cut out for this Olympic stuff.
I take it you're Aiti. Nikos sent me. Nileos.
Nileos? What now? Did he break another record?
No, he didn't. He's bound to his bed.
Oh, just another drunken night of celebration then.
Then it must have been quite a night.
Huh?
Nileos has taken ill. Mikos sent me here because you were the last one to see him well.
He was fine when we went to Karpos' house for the usual, dose of hedonism. But I didn't leave the party with him, or see him since.
Something must have happened at the party then.
Look for Karpos at his house on the hill. He probably knows what happened to Nileos. He's a reclusive man, though. You will need to get his attention. I'd say, smashing some of his valuable wine, the stuff that gets me this drunk, would get him to come out and play.
Thank you, Aiti. I'll look into it.
Well, I better get started, or I'll never catch up to Nileos and the rest.
Being the Olympic champion doesn't sound as impressive as traveling across the Greek world. Come work for me on my ship and see new sights. I could use someone with your arms. Strong rower's arms.
I've always wanted to travel. And you know what? I'm sick of this training day in and day out. Count me in, Misthios. I mean, Captain.
Look who's here!
Mikos, you should be at home taking care of Nileos.
I should be doing a lot of things, but right now, I want to have some fun! You look like you could use a little fun, and I'm plenty of it. So how about it? You and me. Let's have a great time.
Why don't you tell your little friends to leave? I'm all you'll need.
Well, you heard the Misthios. Get lost. I can still continue.
I honestly doubt you could even stand right now.
I mean, I could just lie here.
Maybe later. Goodbye, Mikos.
What have you done? You murdered the... Oh, no! No, no! The General is going to kill me!
You're with the cult, aren't you? What did you do to Nileas?
No! No, no, no! I'm just a business associate with them. I work for the General.
Tell me what your business is with the General, or I start removing your teeth, one by one.
Malaka. Fine. I help the... More like I'm being blackmailed by the cult of Cosmos to deliver them drunk athletes for their army. The good ones fetch more. Good ones like Nileas.
And now he's very sick.
They do something to the students. It makes them different. How do you think the elite guards can do what they do? Their strength, it's not normal. Not natural.
No matter their strength, it pales in comparison to mine.
I've messed up, Misthios. I couldn't defy them before, but with you on my side, maybe we can turn this around. The cultists always took the drunk students from my docks to a cave, along the coast, south of here.
Switching sides already? If I hadn't caught you, you'd still be slinking about in the shadows.
They aren't going to forgive what happened to their guards in my house, and my life is worth more to me than Drachmi. My loyalty is not to the cult.
Or Thasos. You're just thinking for yourself, trying to stay alive.
We're all reduced to that when our lives are truly in danger. Save the students for Thasos, Misthios, and cull the cultists while you're at it. That's just good for everybody.
I'll save the students for their own sake. not yours. If anything happens to Nileas, you're a dead man.
I'm sure he'll be fine. Go to the students. They are in the cave, to the south. Follow the coast and you'll see it. Good luck. Misthios! Thanks Zeus! He was going to kill me!
This is your fault! These prisoners! They've had the tonic already!
The doctor must have come by to administer it. Only one of them has had a bad reaction. The other one looks like he still stands a chance.
Then there's still hope for Nileas.
Looks like this was quite a reinforced hideout. The cult are a bigger force to be reckoned with than I took them for.
We were lucky this time. Who can say what happened to the other students?
The cultists need to pay for what they've done. Now is the time to retaliate.
You sound like you have a suggestion.
We need to storm their ancient stronghold, Misthios. With you leading the charge, we'll kill the general of the cult guards. We can deliver them a crashing defeat here that reverberates across the Greek world.
You just want me to get the general off your back for failing him.
Happy coincidence, I guess.
This general, tell me more.
That Malaka strong-armed me into this whole mess. He's the head of the elite cult guards, and rumor has it, he beheaded 8 men with one swing of his polearm.
This ancient stronghold, where is it exactly?
It's a massive structure sitting on Lemnos in plain sight. I'm told the best way to reach it is by boat.
At least now I know for sure Nileas doesn't just have a cold. Mikos needs to know about this. This is all your fault. So make sure these students get home safe.
I will.
That's right.